Welcome to the Iron Self podcast, where we jump into health, fitness, mindset, and becoming the best version of yourself. Today with your hosts, Mike and Kayla Minion. Welcome to This Week in Coaching. It is July 11th. Can't believe we're already halfway through July already.
It's insane.
And we are talking today about fitting in exercise on the road and how fast we really get results. And I think that these are really important topics to tackle because we're all on the road through the summer. We're traveling, whether that's a day trip or a weekend trip, or maybe you are on vacation and you're taking a week trip. Whatever that looks like, fitting in exercise on the road is important.
It's important and it's hard.
I'm going to give you guys the caveat. Exercise for me is not about the physicality of it. It is the mental health aspect that comes with it. I set myself up for success. My day feels better. I have more energy. There's all of these other things for me that it is really important for. So when you are looking at setting up your exercise while you're on the road, thinking about what does that exercise really mean to you? Because I think a lot of people think, oh, I just need to burn the calories and I need to go through these motions. And I think that, you need to start looking at what are the other things that I'm getting out of this exercise.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing along with that is maybe you exercise because you're somebody who deals with chronic pain. And if you're not moving your body, you're in pain. That's Kayla and me to a T. If we don't work out for a few days, both of us are like, oh man, this is the worst thing ever. So like Kayla said, what is the reason you're working out to begin with? Because that why is going to be that driving factor. The other thing to keep in mind is if you are somebody who is in one of our programs right now, or if you are just somebody who casually works out, workouts can look a little bit different in the summer. They don't have to be your regimented, I'm going to be in the gym 4 or 5 days a week. When you are out on vacation, being able to enjoy yourself, maybe that means instead of going to the gym all 5 days while you're away, maybe you still do hit up the gym once or twice. Sure, great. But maybe that means you're just being more active with your family. If you're on a family vacation, maybe instead of just staying in the car and then getting out and sightseeing a couple things, maybe you're taking the bikes with you and going on a bike ride. Maybe you are taking the kids rock climbing or hiking a mountain or whatever it looks like. But maybe you are increasing your day-to-day activity level instead of making sure that you hit those gyms. Because I know, us, when we go camping, we camp in the middle of nowhere. And it's okay, there's obviously no gym. I didn't bring any bands. So yeah, we're cutting lumber and we're bringing it back to site. Sure, that could be a bit of a workout. But maybe it just means we're hiking more. Or maybe it means we bring the canoes and we're canoeing around a lake. Or whatever that looks like, where we are increasing our daily calorie expenditure.
So the other thing is maybe you don't have time for an hour workout, or you can't bring yourself to do an hour workout, but maybe you can bring yourself to do, squats every time you go to the bathroom, or every time you stop the car to, get out and stretch your legs, you can do some walking lunges. Maybe that means that, like Mike said, you're just increasing your daily calorie expenditure, you're going for a walk, those kinds of things. Maybe you've set yourself up with 3 15-minute workouts each day, because I can fit in 15 minutes here and 15 minutes there, but I don't really have an hour to dedicate. So I can do, 15 minutes of a curl and press, and I can do 15 minutes of walking lunges, or, obviously not just 2 exercises straight for that long.
If you can do 15 minutes of curl and presses, I am impressed.
All I'm saying. I guess I just mean I didn't mean 15 minutes straight of either of them.
100%.
I was meaning
go hard, people.
I was picking a leg exercise and an upper body exercise and supersetting them. Anyways.
I guess the other thing that I want to say is, what is your goal with your exercise? Because at the end of the day, if you are a lot of the people that we typically talk to, if you are strictly on a weight loss journey, what just happened to that video? Is it okay still?
No, you're good.
Okay. If you are strictly on a weight loss goal and it's you don't want to miss your workouts, again, knowing that your workouts are calorie expenditure, if we are looking to lose weight, we are looking to increase our calorie expenditure or decrease our calories, or both, to get the most out of those results. So if we are looking at weight loss, it does mean walking more, moving more. Just, again, it doesn't have to be specifically in the gym. Now, if you are somebody who has had an injury or who is currently rehabilitating, if you've had a shoulder injury or whatever, back injury, and you are rehabilitating, then the exercises, especially if they've been prescribed for you, are super important. So making sure that you set yourself up for success. If you know that you are on this road to recovery, if you know that you are rehabilitating an injury, maybe it means you are bringing your exercise bands with you. Maybe you're setting that time aside, like Kayla said, in shorter increments so that you can get all of the exercises in that you need to make sure your body's feeling good. So again, summer and workouts, what is the reason you're working out? If it is just general fitness, if it is general physical preparedness, sure, maybe it does mean that we're just increasing our daily movement. Whereas if it's something specific, if you broke a wrist and you're like, ooh, I need to rehab my wrist, and you have all these exercises, then yes, you're going to need the things with you to rehabilitate that injured body part. So again, what are you working out for? And then being very kind of direct and specific with, well, I want to work out for these results, so this is what I need to continue doing.
100%. So really, exercising on the road can look different. Maybe you're yoga one day, you're walking another day, you're doing a 15-minute workouts the following day, and maybe, like Mike said, you're just increasing your daily expenditure, getting more steps in, getting more movement through your body throughout the day in different forms, and that's really what it's about. Staying active, keeping the motion and the lotion going in our body.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so how fast do we get results?
Ooh. Oh. So the reason we're bringing this question up is because, again, it's summer and we have so many people that are like, ooh, so I missed my workouts, I fell off my diet, I'm having a really hard time, I'm struggling with summer because I have all these other things going on.
Well, and everybody's like, oh, maybe this isn't the right time to be dieting. Maybe this isn't the right time to be entering on a health and fitness journey. It's like, okay, wait, we did this the other day. There is not a perfect month.
When is the perfect month?
So we've narrowed it down. The perfect month for you to enter on your health and fitness journey is March, because the only holiday, and it's not even a holiday,
Whoa,
is St. Patty's Day.
Whoa.
It's not a holiday. It's not a stat, is what I'm trying to say.
She's saying this to an Irish person.
I'm saying it is not a stat holiday, so you could not celebrate St. Patty's Day, or you could celebrate it without the green beer and all the things that go with it. So there's different ways to celebrate St. Patty's Day, but March, that's the only month without a specific stat holiday here in Canada, and unless you have birthdays. If you've got birthdays in March, then maybe March isn't your jam. You could look at November, because you really just have Remembrance Day.
So the big reason that this is being brought up like this is to point out the fact that there is no perfect time to start. If you want to create a change in your life, you need to change something in your life. It's not like all of a sudden you're just going to sprout an extra hour a day to work out, or you're going to find an extra half hour to 40 minutes every single day to prepare your food. This isn't going to happen without effort. Like anything that is worth having in life, you are going to have to put a solid amount of effort into creating change in your life. So the whole reason that we put this out there, that maybe March is the perfect month to start, it's more of a joke, people. There is no perfect time. You need to start creating change in your life. If you actually truly want to change in your life, there is no perfect time. Jump in now, because if you jump in now, you're going to be happier about it in 3 months' time, because 3 months from now, you could be either saying, wow, look at all these changes we made, right? Like we get people in our transformation program, 3 months into the program, they lost over 30 pounds, and they're like, holy crap, I couldn't imagine if I didn't start this 3 months ago, because I would still be 30 pounds or more heavier. And it's like, well, yeah, that's the point. There is no perfect time to start. So knowing that you want to change is one thing. Committing to that change is that next step, right? It is admitting, yes, I want to change, and now it's like, okay, now I know that I want to change, so to create that change, I need to create space for that change.
So a couple things. Your body composition will change a lot faster than the scale will. So lots of people like put all their emphasis on the scale, and
Scale weight.
the scale weight isn't really changing, but my clothes are fitting differently. That's a pretty good indicator that things are going in the right direction.
It's a win.
That is a win, right? Because scale weight can't be the only way we define ourselves. I mean, if you don't get enough sleep, you don't get enough rest and recovery, you get too much sodium or too much carbohydrates, your body's going to retain water and all those things. Your weight will fluctuate within 5 pounds, usually. I'm going to say 5 to 10. My goodness. Where am I at? 5 pounds every single day. So if you step on the scale one day and you're like, oh my goodness, my weight's up, and the next day your weight is down, like it takes 2 to 3 days for the fluid levels to kind of even out. Give yourself time, give yourself grace. It takes about 4 weeks before we actually start seeing any amount of scale changes. And that's if you're full-heartedly committed to the process. If I'm full-heartedly committed to the process and I'm like, yep, I'm in, let's start changing things, it's going to take me 3 to 4 weeks before I actually start seeing those results. So now, if I'm not fully committed to the process and I've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out and I'm going to barbecues and I'm having fuck it moments and all of those things across the board, well, it might take 5 or 6 weeks now to start seeing my results. Well, now I'm frustrated because I'm not seeing the results I want, but it's about what are you willing to commit to? What level are you willing to change at? So if you're willing to change your nutrition and change your exercise habits and your thought patterns and all of that stuff right off the bat, yeah, you're going to get results a lot faster because you're changing a lot more. But that also might mean that those changes might not stick as well. Maybe they will, but we can't determine that. If you are, okay, well, I'm kind of committed to this. Like, I like the idea of changing. I like the idea of losing weight. I like the idea of building muscle. And I'm going to commit to my food for now until I go to my friend's party and maybe I'm not as committed to my food. Okay, well, if you were choosing one thing and you committed to food, but you're only partially committed to that one thing, then how long do you think it's going to take you to get to your results?
Yeah, 100%.
If you're ready to make a change in your life, step into the best version of you, check out our Iron Self Transformation Program. Find more info on our website, www.ironbodycoach.com.
So, consistency. Consistency is something you've heard Kayla and I drone on about time and time again, and it's for a good reason. Because you could be the most consistent person for a month, okay? Let's just take a 1 month chunk. You are absolutely perfect. You come in on this journey, you just started it, you're excited, you change your diet, you change your nutrition, your nutrition is your diet. Your nutrition, you change your workouts, you change your mindset, everything's going amazing. And you are consistent for 1 month. You start to see results, you start to feel good. Well, maybe the next month you have 3 birthday parties in a row. Ooh, now we've had cake, we've had burgers, we've had hot dogs, we've fallen right back into our old habits. And we do that for a series of 2 weeks. And then we go back to being committed. How do you think those results go if we're a month committed and then 2 weeks of absolute fuck it followed by, back to committed? Those 2 weeks, do those shoot you in the foot?
They don't completely shoot you in the foot, but they definitely slow down results.
They slow down your progress.
They slow down your progress, and it also comes back to your mindset. Like, lots of people we find when they get fuck it moments, they're having these fuck it moments, and then they're like, oh, well, it's not just one moment. It's like, oh, I totally screwed up yesterday. I feel like garbage today. Now I'm going to fuel myself with more garbage. Most of the time, when we're having fuck it moments, it comes from tired exhaustion, from poor planning, or just because, we're maybe engaging in behaviors like drinking alcohol or whatever.
FOMO.
Yeah, where we don't want to have FOMO. So now we're participating in everything, and you know what? Screw it. I don't care so much about this weight loss, because at the end of the day, it's the moments and the memories that you're going to remember. It's not going to be about what you look like or how much you weigh when you are in that moment. So I think that we tend to look at now, well, how do I value myself? How do I identify myself? If you identify yourself as, I don't like to miss out on opportunities, I like to be around people, I'm very social, then you might notice that some of your choices tend to be more geared towards the social aspect being the priority. If you identify yourself as a sweet person, you might notice that your treats are going to be a lot sweeter. Maybe you're a salty person and you notice that the treats that have been creeping in have been more sweet than they are salty. Well, okay, how am I defining myself now? Have I changed that identity? Have I changed the level of importance? So what do you value? How do you value yourself, your relationship with yourself? And then how do you identify yourself? Are you black and white? You're either all or nothing? Are you in and out? Or do you live in the gray? Can you find gray? What is your level of trust and relationship that you have with yourself in the same stance? So, oh, well, I'm super consistent Monday through Friday, but your food logs don't show that. but you're telling me, yes, I'm consistent. It's always happening. I'm on my own track. I'm getting my workouts in. My foods are great. I'm really doing good with this consistency thing this week. And then coach comes in and looks at your food logs and goes, I thought you said you were being really consistent.
I was-ish.
I'm really consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's what we see a lot of the time.
Yeah, consistency, and again, consistency is key. If you want results in this life, that is the easiest way to say it is consistency is going to be the key to get those results. Now, one thing that I've noticed personally with a lot of training clients that we've had is that everybody comes in with this weight loss mentality. They want to lose weight, they want to feel good, they want to change their body composition, they want to feel good. Okay, you hear the word feel good all the time, you hear the word I want to lose weight all the time. What about getting strong? This is this paradigm shift that I had with one of my clients. When I first started with her, she told me she wanted to lose weight, and I was like, okay, we can do weight loss, 100%. And then eventually she started seeing the changes, and she was just like, you know what? Actually, I kind of want to just get strong. Like, can we just work on becoming ridiculously strong? I'm like, yes, I love that, because as we increase the intensity of your workouts, as we are playing with your calories now, and I say playing with your calories because, again, we're not going in a crazy calorie deficit because we want to gain strength. Mm-hmm. So this client of mine actually got to eat a fair amount of food, but because the workout intensity went up and because the food choices were getting cleaner, the weight still came down. So it's this beautiful thing where when we work out and when we lift heavy, when we're doing resistance training, the calorie expenditure is not just in the workout. Like if we go for a run, right? Cardio. Ugh, nobody likes cardio. Just kidding. But if you go for a run, you're only burning calories for that short duration that you are running. That is all of the calorie expenditure you get. Whereas when we lift heavy ass weights, our calorie expenditure continues for up to 48 hours after that workout. As your muscles are repairing, you're still burning calories. Lean mass, muscle mass, burns more calories than fat does. So just having more muscle on our structure creates more of a calorie burn as well. So to anybody that is wanting to lose weight, I say maybe you switch that thought process, because a lot of people have a hard time feeling like they are without, feeling like they are lacking the foods that they enjoy when they're on a quote-unquote diet. Try getting strong. Build strength. Figure out how to build strength properly, and I guarantee the weight will come down as well. You're going to have to clean up the food choices. Maybe it means you still enjoy yourself, but you enjoy yourself a little less when it's like the tray of lasagna. You're not eating the tray. You're having a good chunk. You're still enjoying yourself, but we are increasing the expenditure so that we are getting that weight loss as well. So my challenge to anybody who says, I want to lose weight, maybe you want to get strong.
Body composition changes are huge. And I love that paradigm shift in your brain of like, what is it that I'm actually focusing on? This leads me to when we are on a weight loss journey. If you come in and your calories are really low, the only place to go to lose weight is lower.
You're about to get fed.
You either need to decrease calories or increase calorie expenditure. That's how the law of thermodynamics works. So I have to burn more calories somehow.
Burn more or consume less.
If you have metabolically had your metabolism slow down, or your metabolism has adapted to these lower calories, the only way to really truly get the weight loss that you desire and keep it off long term is to refeed you back up to maintenance, leave you at maintenance for about 3 months, 2 to 3 months. You're going to get body composition changes. The scale's not going to change. Body composition will change. And then after about 2 to 3 months at maintenance, we can start decreasing those calories, and it should just melt off.
Yeah.
But that's really what you have to do. So if you're already hanging around 1,1600 calories and you want to cut from there, you're not going to have a lot of space to go down. And it's not going to be worth it, because you're going to feel deprived. You're going to feel without. What if you could cut calories at 1,900? I mean, I've got a client right now cutting at 2,000 calories. She's losing weight at 2,000 calories, people. Like, it's absurd. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, the human body's a beautiful thing. And the problem with a lot of people when they've tried to, and I hate to say this, for a lot of clients, for a lot of people that we have met and worked with throughout the years, when they have tried to do it on their own, they've read something online that they should be at 1,400 or 1,300 or 1,200 calories, so that's what they do. And then they come to us and they're like, I've been at 1,200 calories for the last 6 months and I can't lose weight. And we're like, ooh, you're not going to like us because I'm going to make you eat a whole bunch more food because your body needs more food at a very basic rate. Like this is how thermodynamics, like Kayla was saying, works. If you don't have enough calories, your body's going to store everything you eat. And that is a scary thought for somebody that's on a weight loss journey, right? And I get that. So when we say, hey, I know you've been eating 1,200, but what we're going to do is slowly bring you up to 1,800, 1,900, 2,000 calories. And they're like, whoa, I can't do that. It's a lot of calories. Okay, well, we can sit here at 1,200 calories and you can stay stagnant. We can increase your exercise. We can increase your calorie expenditure. We can lower your calories a little bit to what, 1,000? Starvation?
I couldn't.
Right?
I couldn't.
In good conscience, we're not going to do that. So the reality is, you are going to have to refeed to be able to get your metabolism working for you. This is what we're always talking about: getting the metabolism working, getting your metabolism revving again. Right? If your body is constantly in a starvation mode, where it's like everything I eat I store because I don't know when I'm going to get fed again. We need to trick your body or convince your body that it's not starving anymore, right? So it's like, here's more food, here's more food, here's more food. Again, you can still get body composition changes, but you won't lose weight until we get you fed enough that we can then take those calories back out, and then your body's like, oh yeah, we can get rid of that weight now.
So at the end of the day, nobody gives a crap about how much you weigh on the scale. Okay, unless you're going into like a boxing competition and your scale weight matters because you got to compete against
very few sports where it matters.
Weighs similarly to you. But at the end of the day, nobody's like, oh wow, like wow, you hit the
noticed you were up 2
130s.
pounds.
Ooh, you're in the 180s. Like nobody cares. You're the only one that cares about that. At the end of the day, you care about how you feel, your energy, how you sleep, and a lot of the time it's how our clothing is fitting. So if your clothing is fitting funny because, oh, well, it's like pinching me here or whatever, A, buy new clothes, or B, do something to start to change the body composition. Work with your body, not against your body. If you feel like you're fighting yourself and you're fighting your body, then this isn't the right time to do it, or you're not doing it in the right way, right? We have to have the mind in check in order to do this. So if I'm struggling with a lot of stress in my outside life, maybe adding this as another stress isn't the right time to do it when we're talking about timing. But maybe me focusing on just getting some movement in is going to increase my energy. It's going to make my body feel better. And once I start getting really good at getting that movement in, maybe now I'm starting to incorporate more whole foods. Because you are what you eat. The foods that you are consuming are going to make you feel a certain way. I ate chocolate cake yesterday. I feel very tired today. But it's for real. I feel very tired today. Well, why? Because I didn't eat the exact same way that I normally do. I ate a lot more processed food in that sense, and it slugs me down. It makes me feel a little sluggish and not as full of vitality.
Yeah. I guess one of the big things for me is I need everybody that's listening to this to just take a second and think. It should be like that light bulb moment going on in your head, right? If you are doing the same thing you've always done and you're trying to get a different result, do you really think it's going to happen? Right? What needs to be different to create that change? And if you don't know the answer, reach out to someone who does. Even if you reach out to us, I'm not going to try and sell you anything right away. I can say, hey, maybe you just need to increase your calories, right? Or maybe we need to look at your stress in your life. How stressed are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, you're a 9 all the time? That's going to affect your weight loss, right? So that there's so much that goes into it. And it pains me to see people just struggling through it and trying to figure it out, because there's a lot of information out there. Even in different courses that Kayla and I have taken, the information can sometimes look like it's kind of going against each other. And it's like, well, how do you decipher this, especially if you haven't read all of the articles that go with it, right? So I understand how confusing it can be and how daunting it can be when you're looking at weight loss or when you're looking at changing your life, changing your body. So reach out to someone who might know the answer, and maybe they can help you. Maybe you have everything right except for one little thing, and it's just that small tweak to get that success going, to create that success.
And we do a free 30-minute consult. So if you're not sure, make sure you register with us and do a free 30-minute consult, and we'll give you some advice on to kind of guide you on the path, the journey that you're going on, and where maybe you might see better results.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking this time to listen to this episode of This Week in Coaching. Hopefully you got some value from it. If you have any questions or there's something that you'd like answered each week on this podcast, please let us know. Drop it through in the comments, send us a message or an email. We are happy to hear from you guys. We want to make sure that we are giving you guys the information that you are looking for and serving you the best we can.
Perfect. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye for now.